All right, we're gonna do this without glasses because Lord knows where my glasses are. Three, two, one. Good evening, everyone. I am coming to you, meteorologist Patrick Pete here on Facebook Live, streaming the potential for some strong storms as we head into the day tomorrow. We are actually in an elevated risk for severe weather, so kind of want to get you prepared for what you have to deal with and show you the culprit. This culprit is a system that has a cold front attached to it that is moving through portions of the southeast right now, bringing showers and thunderstorms through Georgia into South Carolina, North Carolina, stretching as far north right now as the Ohio River Valley. And I've been watching this system spur lots of severe thunderstorm warnings today, but also several tornado warnings. So this energy is going to be pushing through our area as we head into the day tomorrow. And we're kind of in that bullseye with the greatest instability, the greatest potential to see some of these thunderstorms go severe. So here's a look at the Storm Prediction Center's outlook for the day. And we show you this often here. The yellow is going to be that slight risk. That's what includes the city of Baltimore. That's going to be an elevated risk. 2 out of 5 is also how we kind of refer to it. But there's going to be some interesting threats here. This system is moving in earlier in the day. So there's going to be a lot of energy out there. I still expect the clouds to kind of help us out a little bit, but the potential for damaging wind is of concern here. We're talking about winds that are going to be gusting 60 miles per hour in some of these stronger storms. Just for a frame of reference, that's essentially a tropical storm force wind gusts with wet grounds could lead to some trees that are going to be down. These thunderstorms are going to have lots of moisture out with it. We look at something called precipitable water values. We don't really talk about it much on air just because it's a mouthful, and also most folks have never heard of it, but it just lets us know the amount of moisture that's going to be able to be tapped into as these thunderstorms are pushing through the area. Those values are pretty high, so we're expecting roughly a ½ inch to an inch across a large swath of the area, but there's going to be the potential for some locations to get a little bit more than that. So with that being said, there is at least that low end risk for some flooding isolated. There's going to be a lot of shear out there, and we talk about shear as one of those metrics. Essentially, it's wind shifting with height. Whenever the wind shifts with height, that allows for one rotation to be pretty easy for these thunderstorms. So we're concerned that we could see a rotating thunderstorm or two, which could spawn an isolated tornado risk. And then of course there's that low end risk for some hail. So here's how we get through the next 24 hours. We're going to be watching this energy start to move into western Maryland early morning. So folks that are in Deep Creek, Hagerstown, they're going to have showers during their morning commute. Meanwhile, closer to the city of Baltimore, we're going to be dealing with cloud cover, maybe some isolated pockets of fog and drizzle. As we get closer to around 11 o'clock, that's whenever that moisture is going to start making its way eastward. And I expect there to be some prefrontal shower thunderstorm out ahead of that main line here. But for the most part, that energy is going to be sliding into the city of Baltimore between 12 and 1 o'clock. And you can kind of see a little bit of a bowing here. It isn't an overly impressive feature, but it lets us know that that's where those strongest winds will be along that main line, moving onto the eastern shore as we head into the early afternoon. And despite that system pushing towards the east by 3 o'clock, there's still going to be some lingering moisture as the front is going to be dragging behind. So expecting a lull in the precip through the late afternoon, early evening, but then another rain chance as we head into the evening. Thankfully, that should be the end of our severe weather risk earlier in the afternoon, and anything that happens after that should just be a rumble of thunder or two, otherwise just some rain. So primary concerns will be for the afternoon hours. I know it's Friday. Everybody is looking forward to making plans. Some folks are traveling. I have several coworkers who are leaving out of town. If you have an early morning flight, you're probably going to incur a little bit of turbulence there. The flight takeoff is probably going to be a little bumpy. The later in the afternoon the flight, the more bumpy. There could be some delays there, so you'll probably want to stay dialed in at BWI or whatever airport that you are flying out of. And if you're driving, just remember that this system is going to be moving from the west to the east. So if you're heading west or south, you could be driving in some rain for quite some time. So the recommendation would be the earlier you can leave out, the better, or wait for that lull that's going to happen where there's still going to be some spotty showers, but at least the greatest of that strong wind threat, that heavy rain, and then that tornado potential will have passed. So if you wait till 5, 6, 7 to leave, you run into a shower or two, but you won't have to deal with that turbulence. Now, The reason y'all are all here, it is Memorial Day weekend, and after days of cloudy skies, I mean, literally, I forgot what the sun looks like. We're gonna start to see some improvements. I still think we're gonna have some lingering showers on Saturday. Some of the guidance has been trying to dry us out like 5 a.m. I still think there's gonna be clouds and some spotty showers earlier in the day, but I do think the second half of Saturday is actually going to improve drastically. We're gonna get temperatures into the low 80s, upper 70s, and then the end of our rain, at least for the foreseeable future, is gonna be behind us here. We're looking at sunshine building in for your Sunday. It's gonna be a perfect day to go out to brunch, sit outside, have a glass of orange juice or whatever, and hang out. And then the numbers get even better for Memorial Day, whether you are going to maybe a veteran site to actually pay tribute, be thankful, hang out with family members that have served, or maybe just hang out with friends and family. It's gonna be a beautiful day to do that, whether that's at the backyard, going to the pool, going to the bay. It's just gonna be nice. We're talking about a summertime afternoon, highs near 90 degrees, and then we're warming as we head through Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I'm giving you an update on what we're expecting tomorrow. We actually have a newscast that's going to be coming on at 11 o'clock. I still have a little bit of work to do, and there's another model run that just came in at 10 o'clock that I have not had an opportunity to dissect, and I'm going to see if that's going to adjust my timing of that rain arriving in. So if you want to, if you're around, check out our newscast at 11. I'm going to have an update on that, and of course you can get an update on the latest headlines. For now, I am going to say farewell to you on social media. I'll go into the comments to see if anyone has any specific questions other than the timing, because the graphics kind of show that. But if you have any other comments or questions, I'll go through there and leave a comment. But for now, make it a great day. And I don't want to say happy Memorial Day, but enjoy your Memorial Day.